everyone. Janae here from Your Weight Loss, and I am on my third coffee, and it's something.
Now it's 1:33 p.m. Are you allowed to drink coffee this late into the afternoon?
Girl. The other day I tried it. I had a coffee, I think at 4 p.m. and things were good. It did not affect me. Okay. Also, I have trouble understanding when people when we have so much to say, you guys, we have not spoken in we've texted every day, but we have not spoken in 48 hours, maybe
more. And so much has happened in each other's lives, and usually we know every little last thing. I have so many questions.
Okay. Oh my God. All right. Okay. The other day I was getting lunch ready and I was all shaky. And I was like, I thought it was because I was hungry, but then I'm like, no, I think it's because of coffee. And I've never really had that, because I see people say that, oh my God, I'm on a coffee high. And I'm like, I don't feel like I have that. But then I'm like, this is it. This is what's happening to me.
It also, if you were making lunch, it was around, you hadn't eaten yet too, right? So it's usually that combo of only caffeine flowing through your veins.
Anyways, I was here for it. I was like, oh my God, what is happening? I'm all shaky and weird. Hi, Leash.
Hi, friend.
Oh my God. So your face is a little red. Tell us a bit about what's happening with you. Was yesterday a sunburn kind of day?
I mean, I'm really responsible with my sun care.
Okay.
You know what actually happened yesterday? Well, we were camping at Hart Island, so we were gone for 2 days in Fredericton or near Fredericton, and they have a little mini water park there. So obviously, we spent pretty much the full day yesterday at the water park. So I went for my morning walk, and me and Jillian, we left the kids with the dads.
Okay.
We thought, they got this. It's 1 hour, right? And so I thought, okay, yeah, I feel bad I won't be there to help get them ready for the water park, but he's got this, right?
Yes. And I mean, your kids are 7 and 9, so they can know where their bathing suits are and how it works to put clothes on.
I mean, they do, everyone for sure. But what happened is I said 3 times, Neil, did you put sunscreen on the kids' faces? 3 times. Okay. He goes, yes, confirmed. Then it comes out later that all the dads let the kids put on their own sunscreen, which is totally fine. But a day where you're going to be outside at a water park all day, at least the first time needs some intense parental supervision.
I support what you're saying. Yes. Mm-hmm.
So basically we left the children alone for 1 hour and they all got sunburned. And we didn't know because I asked 13 times if the kids had sunscreen on.
Right. Okay. So how bad was it? Is it okay? Are they fine?
Yeah, they're totally fine. They're a little red and sore, but obviously always could have been worse.
Always could have been worse. And I mean, we can't trust the ones we can't trust. It's one of the most annoying parts though of summer is the sunscreen on the children.
I got to agree.
Yeah, it is. I understand that they're annoyed by it as well. And I'm
yes.
I understand. I'm annoyed that I have to put it on you. And I know that you're annoyed that I'm putting it on you. And then you have to kind of wait for 15 minutes if we were to actually follow the instructions, but we're not. We're going straight in the water. I said even and they don't want to wear a hat. I don't blame them because they're gonna go, their head underwater. It's something.
It's something. I agree. And I get it. It's a bit like a big fight, but to get the sunscreen on them and they're moving away and you're you're actually making it harder right now. Do you know what I mean? They're backing away from you.
Yeah, they're backing as you're putting the things. I totally know what you're saying.
I actually now I brace their back of their face with one hand.
Oh my God.
And then put it on with the other. This has been a good strategy for me.
Oh my God. Was it fun?
It was a great time.
Yeah, I saw the weather was perfect, so that made me happy for you. I was very happy for you.
Yeah, and we had decent sleeps. You never sleep amazing in a tent. There's so much noise around and all that stuff. And my kids keep falling off their air mattresses because they're shiny, and so is their sleeping bags. So I end up picking my kids up off the floor a couple times a night, and then I'm awake, and old man Hawking is snoring beside me.
Oh, Arette.
And then he goes, "Everything okay?"
Oh.
I was like, shut up. Right? You're obviously not
changed. As if he's gonna make it better.
As if he's contributing in any way to the children falling off the mattresses. As you can tell, my marriage is going strong.
I mean, it's okay. Okay. So first of all, being married is one thing. Then you have children. So there's like so much happening there. And then you're trying to go in a tent and you're in like a high, not stress. I don't want to say it's stressful, but like, like it's not fun. It's not perfect. It's not, everything's not where it's supposed to be. And like, it's not your home and your environment. So I can just imagine. And like for me, okay, so we went to Kishibuwak, okay? And I don't know what we were thinking, but we went way too far biking.
Okay.
And then we forgot we have to come back and bike
Okay.
all of that again. Like we like went a little too far. We did like 26 kilometers.
Oh my gosh.
Imagine Dia on her like tiny bike who she doesn't even have like the gears.
Gears.
Poor thing. So she's such a trooper. I was so proud of her. So anyway, so we do it and we go one way and then like, so they contact me and they're like, okay, so your FOCA tour, which is basically a tour to go see seals, is at 1 p.m.
That looked so cool.
It was really cool. They are so big, 800 pounds they are. Isn't that insane? It was really cool. The kids rocked it. It was easy. The guy the tour guide was hilarious. Like it worked out. Anyways, but like it was like, you need to be there for 1. And it was like, okay, how many kilometers? Jeff's like, we're probably going at 14 kilometers an hour. Like, I don't know what he was like, his math. Anyways, but then we realized like, we're not going to make it. No. And there's no way out of this. And every time we would see a sign, there was like still 5 kilometers left. And I was exhausted. And I couldn't like show that I was exhausted or annoyed because I'm thinking, I can only imagine how Dia's feeling right now. So there's one point where she says, I don't want to keep going. And we're just in the middle of like nowhere and we're in trails. And I'm like, I understand. Like I feel the exact same way right now, but let's look around. No one's coming to get us. This is it. Like I cannot put you on my back. There is no other option than you biking right now. So I said, put those emotions aside. I feel like you want to cry. Like I could tell that there were emotions and I was like, you just put that aside and you just pedal your little heart out and we're going to get there. Like, that's the only way out of this. Like, I cannot fix this for you. Like, this is it. We effed up. We were too far. We overdid this and we thought, I don't know what we thought. We thought we could do it. Anyways, well, we freaking did it. And I told her, I said, to get you through this, tell yourself we're not biking again. Like we're not biking ever again. For the rest of this trip, you do not have to bike 1 more minute once we're at the chalet.
Wait, I have a question. Did you rent bikes?
No, we brought our bikes. We like got a bike rack from a friend and we took my dad's truck.
You are such an adventurer. Okay, keep going.
Okay, so we friggin' made it. And I was like, let's go, girl. Like I myself was exhausted. So all that to say is that, okay, so we're exhausted. It is 12:42.
Okay.
And the boat leaves at 1. Okay. Still not at the chalet. We still have to drive and get in the car. And it's 12:41. It's freaking lunchtime. Like, how are we going to make it for 1 p.m.? And she had said you have to be there 15 to 20 minutes before. We're already 18 minutes and we're not even at the chalet.
Okay.
So Jeff is like, I'm gonna like go really fast and I'm gonna go make sandwiches.
Okay.
Okay. So I give him the order. I'm like,
oh my God.
There are 4 humans.
Oh God.
You need 2 sandwiches. Noah needs 2 sandwiches because he like doesn't even eat the crust. So obviously he can eat 2 sandwiches, right? Dia's probably starving. So I'm like, just make like 8 sandwiches. Just like go for it. Just make sandwiches. Do 2 ham, 2 chicken, 2 peanut butter, whatever. Just go. I get there and he's like buttering it.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I can see it. I can see the scene.
You can see it. And so I am now sassy, which is not nice. Like, it's not nice. I understand that he's like, I like worked my ass off to get here. And I can just imagine like he must have biked and he hates his bike. His bike is like like something that you're in like the woods and it's like a mountain bike. So ça bounce right out. C'est right pas confortable. Anyways, but how slow can you be? He's like mixing the mayo and the chicken. Arrête. I'm like, get the kids in the car and I'm gonna make sandwiches. Wait till you see how fast a sandwich can be made. Yeah. Like, oh my God. And he's like, I just like biked my heart off and you're just here sassing me. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. Like, but I can just imagine like these are like high stake times. Like
Yes.
minutes, every second counts right now. And you're being such a man right now. So slow.
I was just gonna say, it's just something with moms versus dads. I don't know what it is, but like, and obviously, you obviously had to also give it like a significant amount of instructions on how to make the sandwiches, probably ahead too.
Yes. Okay. So, yesterday we're back, right? I'm like, would you like sandwiches for lunch? Chicken sandwiches. So I make him 2 chicken sandwiches. Like, wow, these were way better than the ones I made. And I'm like, yes, I know the right amount of mayo. I know how to grill it the right, like, it was just, it must have been the driest sandwich ever. And like, he just like, it's like, is this enough mayo? Like the fact that you don't know how much mayo goes in the sandwich is too much. It's just too much. Anyways, like put the kids in the car, Google where the F we're going, because we don't even know where we're going. So I'm like, Google how far it is, and just go. And then like you have like Dia that's like exhausted, right? And she's like, can I have my dodo? I'm like, yes, I go in the car. Oh my God. And then we were all hot and sweaty. Not it. But I said, it was almost perfect because we drove there and then it's 2 hours of sitting. So
Right.
we had to like breathe and eat our sandwiches calmly. Like it actually like turned out, but I can see how tu te parles pas bien. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's like the kids and then the thing, and then they don't do it perfectly. And then like you're not in your environment and he doesn't know where the knives are, you know? Holy shit.
Yeah, like there was a lot of things going on in that moment. You were hot, you were tired, you were hungry, you needed to be somewhere, you didn't know where you were going. Like tensions could have been high in that chicken sandwich making moment. But what amazing memories.
Yes, exactly. And it worked out. And Dia, poor thing. So we're leaving. We're just starting the journey to head back. So we're 10 kilometers. There's just like 10, 12 kilometers left, okay, to get to the friggin' chalet. She gets stung by a bee in her mouth. In her mouth, Alicia. So imagine my mom heart is like, I can't save you. There's nothing I can do. Like I have nothing for you. And she's like, oh my God. And then it's so swollen. Okay. And I can see the sting, like it happened. I'm like, is she exaggerating? Nope. Look at her mouth right now. And I'm like, I can't help you. I have nothing to offer you. I can't even like, even if I were to help you, I need to drive 12 kilometers biking to like come and get you in a car. So I'm like, don't cry. Breathe. I'm so sorry. Hopefully it doesn't swell more, blah, 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 blah. Anyways, she friggin' like did that, lo. Like kids can be so like, I was so proud of her. I'm like, not only was this so traumatic and so far, you got stung by a bee at the beginning of it and you could have like had a meltdown and you didn't. She like kept it together. Though she wanted to cry and I was like, crying will not solve this. Like there's nothing, I can't offer you anything. Anyways, when we got to the chalet, I'm like, just throw your bike and come hug me, girl. Like it was that traumatic. I was that proud. And I'm not the mom that's like, oh, you did something so amazing, but she did something so amazing.
She really did.
No.
Oh my goodness, what an adventure. That's making memories. She'll remember that.
She will. Yeah. I was trying to make her laugh. I'm like, Mimia would be crying. First of all, Mimia can't even bike. So I started like making fun of my mom. So she was laughing. And I was imagine Mimia biking and then she gets stung by a bee. The drama. We would have to come and get her. Jeff is like, absolutely, maybe I could not do this. And then she would laugh, right? Knowing my mom. What do you think she told her the first thing she saw my mom yesterday? She's like, and then I got stung by a bee. And then like, so it was just too much. And then she's like, Mama said you wouldn't have like dealt good with that. And she's like, my mom was like, nope, I would have cried probably.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God. Okay. Whew, huh?
Oh wait, I felt like I had one. Oh yeah. Also, Neil and I had one fun, like heated camping moment, which I feel like you have to when you're setting up. Imagine you're setting up the tent again, hot, sweaty. Like for Neil doesn't love bending over, lots of bending involved, and we're at a point in the setup where like he's doing something, I can't do something until he helps me do something else.
Oh, that's not fun.
But he's had this moment where he saw someone else's setup and they had a tarp in front of their tent. So he all of a sudden wants a tarp in front of the tent and he's pegging it down like a hurricane is coming. Okay. And at first, I'm like, why are you doing that? Because the kids are going to slip. So I ask him 3 times. He's getting so mad and so hot. And then I go, could you please stop working on your slip and slide and come help me? Anyway, we laughed. And like the couple that we're with, Jillian and Josh, are like such good friends that we fight as normal in front of them. Do you know what I mean? So then they're becoming a part of our fight because they're like laughing at what I said. Anyway, all is good. It's worth a good fight.
Yes, exactly. It's just, guys, like they're not going to do it the same way that we would do it in the same pace.
It's the pace.
It's the pace. And it's also like, then you have, so, okay, if it was just the 2 of you, all good. Then you have the mom, is this here? Mom, I'm hungry, mom. Oh my God. Stop saying mom right now. Stop saying it. Stop. Like, can't you tell that this is not the moment to ask me for your iPad or your this or your, where's your coat? Like, just, oh my God, huh? It's never dad, where's this? It's mom, while you're kind of having an argument about the sandwiches, you know?
Always mom.
Okay.
Okay. How was Noah during this event?
Noah rocked it. So this was his first time not having a nap, right?
Yes.
Also, I would like to say I rocked it in terms of like not being like dramatic about nap time or what time he goes to bed or whatever. Like I really embraced that that part of quote unquote camping because he legit slept in the living room. Like there was no other setup. Usually I'm a bit more of a queen when it comes to the sleeping arrangements. It's like I need to figure out like where is it going to be? When is he going to nap? He needs to have, usually I want them to have their own room. Like I'm a little bit more
fancy.
Bougie. Yeah, fancy when it comes to the sleeping arrangements. Other than that, je suis pas vraiment stressée and I'm pretty much go with the flow. But sleeping, like what size of bed we're gonna have, Jeff and I, and like whatever, like that for me is important. So anyway, so we get there, and I had asked like 2-3 times, like, where is the beds? Like, what does it look like? And it was like, there's 2 beds downstairs and 1 bed upstairs. I'm like, okay. So we get there. In my mind, I'm like, there's a bedroom downstairs and the bedroom upstairs. But no, the 2 beds they were talking about is this Murphy bed that comes down from the wall, which was actually extra comfortable, perfect for Dia. And the other bed is apparently the couch that opens up, but like, c'est zero lo. So, but then that's not it. Like, no matter what, no one needs his playpen because he is not trained to sleep not in an area that is not surrounded by. Yeah, exactly. So I'm like, shit, like, okay, where do we put Noah? So we put him like under the stairs somewhere, but like, yeah, all good. So that worked out, but it was just like, okay, how is he going to fall asleep? And where do we go when he's trying to fall asleep? Because he's used to like closed area, kind of talking to himself and then falls asleep. So yeah, I mean, we had never like done that. I didn't know what was going to happen. I mean, we can't expect him to fall asleep at 7. Like it's 7, it's daytime. Like
so light.
Yeah, exactly. And then on top of that, for us, okay, we're upstairs, no curtains, and there's a skylight. So basically, it's like the sun is in our room, and you just have to wait till it's dark out, which is about 10 p.m., right? Yeah. So, okay, no matter what we do, we'll not get any darkness for Noah. No matter where we put him, there is no like, you're alone in a dark room sleeping. Like that is not happening. So they actually rocked it. So Dia, I said 9 p.m. I want you to pretend you're sleeping, which is late. No, she goes to bed at like 7, but I'm like 9 p.m. For me, it was testing. Will you be annoying till 9 p.m.? Will you be cranky? Are you a cranky kid before being sleepy, or you're just totally fine? So both of them rocked it. First night, Noah was so hyper, like Dia. And Dia like was just like ignoring him. What was the song he was singing? Daddy finger. So he's singing that. Okay. And we're upstairs pretending we're sleeping. So I told him, Mama et Papa vont faire de dos en haut.
Okay.
So it's kind of like dark-ish because they did have curtains where he was. So Dia's pretending she's sleeping. So he's like, daddy finger. And then he goes, Dia finger, like too much. Okay. So we're like losing it upstairs. And I'm thinking about Dia. And she's like, so the next morning she goes, how about when he sang Dia finger? I
He's
was like,
so
oh my
cute.
God, so cute. So they both like crashed. I want to say 9:30, probably 9:45. Like I don't,
Wow.
yeah. So all of a sudden it's quiet.
Yeah.
I crashed as well. Like I
Yeah.
like was dead to the world at that by that point. The next night it was like 9:30 again. And he did not nap, but he fell asleep on my lap on the boat cruise. He fell asleep while biking on that dramatic 10-hour drive. He fell asleep sitting and he had a bowl of crispy minis. And he was like, he fell asleep and then the bowl fell. So I had to turn around. And that's what woke him up. Mama, la bonne. Anyways, it
Oh
was
my gosh.
something. But no drama. Like no one cried. No one was cranky. It was just, we went from being awake to sleeping, like
Yeah.
being awake to like, I am so tired that I'm just going to close my eyes and fall asleep wherever I am. So
Yeah.
that's good. So
That's really good.
yeah, that's what I want. Like, I don't mind them not sleeping, but if you're going to be a cranky bee for 2 hours and crying, me, and I'm like, oh, it's because they're tired and they're not falling asleep. That's annoying.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Our kids actually went to bed at 10 both
Yeah.
nights as
There's
well.
nothing you can do.
It's legit light out.
Yeah.
And they were not being annoying. We actually sat around the fire. We all played Wink Murderer. Have you ever played that game before?
Oh my God. Tell me everything about it.
But do you know the game?
I do not know the game.
Okay, so basically there's one person that's the detective and they go away and then you decide who the murderer is. And if they wink at you, you're dead. Okay. So it was so funny to see the kids' personalities come out as they were the murderers.
Oh my
Okay. Like Alfie with his like slow wink. His wink is like this.
God. And he like double winks both eyes.
And then like the best winker was like Maeve because she was like really chill and like didn't care to wait to she didn't want to get caught. So she like would wait. We were like waiting. Anyway, it was so fun. So they stayed up because they weren't annoying. We were by the fire. They were happy playing and then, put them to bed. Good night. Crashed.
Yeah, agreed. I think that those types of getaways or vacations or whatever is basically you go to bed at the same time as your kids, guys.
Pretty
Like,
much.
yeah, you don't like unless they're babies and you can
Yeah.
put them at 7 p.m. because they're exhausted. But you know what? Kids usually can last a pretty long time and do quite well.
But I actually like that stage of my kids right now because I can like go to a pool party and stay up till 9 and it's not the end of the world to get them to bed at 9 or 10 every once in a while.
Yeah, no, I agree. So that was really fun, and it's nice to know like where they're at. Like for me, Noah is growing up though. Like he's turning 3, and I saw that he's the type. Like, okay, so what happened is the next day, he fell asleep for a few minutes, like I told you, and then at night he crashed, but he only woke up at 8 a.m. the next morning. So I was like, okay, so he got caught up on his sleep that way. And then we came home that day and he slept for 3 hours that afternoon.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he's getting caught up, like he knows how it works and he got caught up on his sleep, like just by doing his thing. So again, if they're not annoying, you know what I mean? Like, I don't mind having you around.
Yes. Actually, as we're recording this, Piper is napping.
Oh, I can only imagine. Theo would do the same. She would fall asleep driving or whatever.
Yeah, we got home. She fell asleep a little bit in the car and she said, I would like to go lay down on my bed. I'm like, go for it. Didn't think she'd fall asleep, but I haven't heard from her.
Yeah, no. And they need that. And I think that's what's good about it. Like at that age, Dia's age is great, which is what the girl's age is.
Yeah.
So as the people are listening to this, it's our boys' birthday.
I know. This is a crazy fun fact, you guys, is that our boys were born on the same date.
On the same date, 7 years apart. No, 6 years apart. Is Alfie turning 9?
Yeah.
Okay, so Noah today is turning 3. Happy birthday, Noah. And Alfie is turning 9. Happy birthday, Alfie.
Yay, our boys are sweet boys.
I know. And it's quite ironic how that happened. I mean, Noah was due August 2nd. So he was quite early, a little bit early, like a week early. Or was it August 10th? I feel like he was more than a week early. I don't even know the second one. Huh? You don't even remember anything.
I mean, I barely remember their birth dates,
Yeah.
not let alone my due date.
But yeah, so let's tell them a little bit just quickly about how I gave birth on Alfie's birthday without really knowing that it was going to be Alfie's birthday. I don't know. Like, it's not like we were like, ooh, imagine they were born the same day. We didn't even think about it because I didn't think that I was going to give birth that day.
No, but having said that, my family was like renting a trailer in Shediac the day before Noah was born, and Jose and Dia came for a swim and a visit, and Jose was obviously super pregnant, and you were cramping.
Yeah, I was having contractions at
Yeah.
the pool with Alicia by my side.
And I think because you didn't expect it because you had such a long delivery with Dia, right? And so I think you weren't like, it's almost like you didn't want to like admit it because you didn't want to like get excited because you knew how like traumatic it was the first time.
So this was a Wednesday, you guys. So I went to go see because I gave birth on a Thursday morning. I will always remember because I didn't get to go teach spin that Wednesday.
I remember having that conversation with you, Jose.
Yeah.
You cannot teach spin.
And I was like, oh, I really didn't want to miss, the class tonight. And you were like, stop it. Like, you're obviously having contractions. I had taught on the Monday, but the Wednesday class I had to cancel. And then went to bed. I remember texting the girl after my class and she's like, how are you? And I was like, still cramping, whatever. And then I gave birth at freaking 7 a.m. the next morning. So obviously happy I didn't go to spin.
You would have given birth on the bike.
Other than that, we did not know Noah was a boy. So that was exciting when I texted you the next morning with my baby on my chest. And I was like, here it is.
I remember, like, I literally couldn't close my eyes and remember it because I'd asked Neil to look on something on my phone and he was like, oh, Jose had her baby. And it was like the text and it was like him laying on your chest and you're like, I got my boy.
Oh, I'm getting all teary eyed.
Me too.
I mean, I'm so happy that's over. Actually, just I'm so happy that's over. It was so traumatic. It was as traumatic as it was for Dia for me. Giving birth is just so traumatic and so hurt. Like, it hurts so much.
I mean, it does hurt. We both chose to give birth without epidurals both times that we birthed our children.
Crazy.
So it was almost scarier the second time for me as well because I knew how much it hurt.
I know. And like, it wasn't better. It was not better. And then you had two babies. Stop. That's crazy to me.
Yeah.
Oh, anyways, but I remember, like, it still like feels so good when you give birth and you just like pass on the baby to the dad and you're like, I'm gonna go shower now. You know what I mean? So like crazy how a human body, the female body, can just like push out a baby and legit, if no drugs and whatever, you can legit get up and walk to the shower, stay there for hours. And just like, okay, it's over. Like, for me, like, I had such anxiety going through the last few weeks, knowing it was coming. And I was so nervous about it because I did not forget, even if they have 4 years apart, I did not forget the trauma of Dia. I still will never forget the trauma of Noah. It's just the pain. It's not even traumatic. It's just it was actually so quick. And so, but c'est le mal. It hurts.
It does hurt.
Like, it's out of body, it's pain to the next level. So anytime something is painful, whether it would be like a piercing or a tattoo or just pain in general, I'm like, I gave birth. I can do anything. There's nothing more painful than your vagina stretching to its limits. It's so painful. I'm sorry.
I remember when Piper was born first and her shoulders were coming out and I was like, oh my God, the second one's coming. And they were like, oh no, that's just her shoulder. So then I had to do it again.
No.
Then 2 placentas as well.
I can't.
That's the worst part, I think, when they're still in there. Everyone's still in there. You're like, okay, there's a baby's come out and then they have to get the placenta and then there's some stitching for some of us. Like, everyone out.
Everyone out.
Can I close my legs yet?
Oh my God. Huh? Oh no, I can't even imagine the process with two. But I remember still feeling like Superwoman. Like 2 hours later, they're coming to check me and I'm like, can I go home? Like, and they're like, oh my God, we have things we have to test the baby. And I was like, no, he's fine. And it was quite funny because obviously that night when it was like a doctor, but son comme assistant, he was like, here's the mom that wants to go home. It's ready to go home after.
Hilarious.
I'm like, yes, here I am. Hello. Here I am with my lipstick on and I have my makeup. I had like makeup to myself. I was like,
wow.
I was like right dedicated to being that person at the hospital. That's like,
wow.
Hey, just gave birth.
Okay, I want to know, since it's the boy's birthday, how will you be celebrating Noah's birthday? What are you doing?
Okay, so fun. So we have never really celebrated his birthday yet. So this is the first year where we've always had the family over. We're still keeping it super small, only family. He doesn't understand what this all means, but we are actually giving him a gift this year.
Okay.
Yeah, so fun. So we bought him like a police driver, like monster truck thing.
Yes.
Yes. And we're so excited. So basically everyone like brand new, crazy purchase. But what's so fun is that he does not need more clothes. He certainly does not need other toys. He is so content with his little cars. So I'm like, this is the one thing that I'm like, I really want to give him that I think he'll really love. Because every time he sees our neighbor has one. And they just like, the kids pass by and he's like, look at that. Like,
his little mind is going to be blown.
I know. So it goes from like, you can ride it from 3 to 8 years old. So like, it's perfect. It's like basically at the beginning of his career. And it has like the sirens. He loves sirens. He loves police cars. He loves like,
are sirens sirens?
Yes, sirens. Sorry, you call that the siren. And so what we did is basically everyone always asking like, what does he want for the birthday? And I don't want people. So the grandparents and my brother are just like giving whatever they want. And this is basically the family gift. So I think it's more, I guess, not affordable, but you get what I mean. It's still like a crazy purchase sometimes for a car, a little tiny car. But I'm like, if Kevin always is like, what does Noah want? I'm like, oh my God, he needs nothing. But obviously Dana is like, Noah's the favorite of the family. Let's be real, because he's so cute. Yeah. He's also the last one. So I think that we're just like such a baby. We're babying him. But anyway, and even my in-laws are like, what does he want? I'm like, you know what? Whatever you would give on a gift, give that and it'll be equal to everyone. No one cares. No one's like, I need more. Like, that's not how we roll. Yeah. So he is just like, this is the family gift to you, Noah. He'll be so excited. We're going to put a big bow and we're going to get Dia to drive it from like my mom's to here.
Oh, I can't wait for the video.
Obviously. Probably by the time you're listening to this, you guys, there's a video out there of this. And today, actually, on his birthday, we're on our way to IWK. So today's his appointment. Noah was born with like a kidney condition. So they're just following him. He's rocking it. No symptoms yet in his life. So that's really exciting. But we'll see what they say today, because we have not seen the specialist in a year. And this is the longest we've gone without seeing him, but because of COVID, it just like didn't work out. So I'm excited and nervous to see what's up. So I guess follow our journey on our Instagram and I'll let you know how things are going with Noah.
And will you be doing a cake? Is someone making a cake for Noah? Is Sobeys going to make a cake?
Sobeys will be making a cake. We're going to keep it simple. Although I might contact Crystal and follow her lead with the tractor and the thing. And that was really cute.
It was really cute.
It was really cute. Noah doesn't like cake. So really, it would just be to sing happy birthday. He also doesn't like to sing happy birthday. He also gets awkward. So I'm telling you, like, it's not his thing.
I'm telling you, I agree. I think singing happy birthday is one of the weirdest, most awkward traditions and songs ever. I hate it.
It's so difficult to sing. It's like, it's actually like, it's happy birthday. Like, it's very high.
It's also really not a happy song. It's like, happy birthday.
Right. No, like, it's so right.
It's weird.
It's time for a 2021 happy birthday song. I think it's time to change it up.
Like, I like cringe and like walk away when that happens if I'm at a birthday party, unless it's my own kids.
Okay. So basically yesterday so on July 25th is the Sunday. So yesterday, basically while you guys are listening to this, we sang happy birthday and he got his truck. That's basically it, you guys. Today we're on our way to IWK and that's it. That's all his birthday is for this year. How about Alfie?
He wants a party. It's the first year that he like cares.
Cute.
Because Alfie's so easygoing, right? I'd be like, hey, I think you should do this. He'd be like, sweet.
Yeah.
So he doesn't know if he wants like a sleepover. I told him he could have like 2 friends sleep over,
Fun.
or you could have like 6 friends have a party, but you need to choose one or the other.
Okay.
So he's having a hard time. Obviously, it's Pokemon themed. He asked for pizza, cake, like super simple, super easy, chill. I don't know what I'll get him.
Because that's what you do with decorations.
I'm gonna try not to. Last year, you guys, we were also like kind of in quarantine last year, so I think it was like more of like a something to do. We had the most epic Harry Potter birthday party you could ever imagine.
I mean, that's part of you guys are artsy.
Yeah.
I mean, Neil's an artist, you guys. So he can like draw things and it makes the decorations like really fun. And also he like has an eye for decorating, and you do as well. Like you guys are artsy and you like all of that stuff. I like try to be a little bit, but like you guys are like, obviously it's like more in you, and it
comes so more naturally.
Yeah, he's obviously like, Neil's gonna do this awesome Pokemon shit, and it's
probably
yes.
I actually last year was I was embarrassed when the parents dropped off their children. Like I embarrassed myself.
Oh no, I think that's awesome. I love everything about that.
Anyway, so a bunch of smelly boys, pizza, cake, and Pokemon.
Smelly boys. Oh my God. Thank you for listening to this, you guys. I mean, we needed to get caught up on life and we needed to tell you where we're at. So right now we're ending July. Hopefully you guys are enjoying your summer like this. We're enjoying our summers. Hopefully you're doing the same. Hopefully you are, I don't know, eating some good food, enjoying time with family and whatever summer means to you.
Exactly.
Okay, so come and find us on Instagram. Come and see what we've been doing with our boys this weekend. Have a great week. It's a new week. It's the last week of July. So follow us on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook under Your Way Weight Loss, or join us at yourweightRsupport.com. We cannot wait for what's coming in August, September, October, all the things. We're setting ourselves up to end 2021 at our best, and hopefully you guys will be a part of it. So have a great day, you guys. Bye, Leash.
Bye.